Hi, everybody. I'm Tori.
I'm Courtney, and we're your Bitch Pack friends.
Today we're talking about holiday-themed movies with special shout-out for Lindsay Lohan's latest, Our Little Secret. It's December 4th right now as we record, which I know is still early, but have you gotten into the holiday film watching yet?
Yes, I've been going for about a month, but I haven't watched anything new. Like, I've been watching the nostalgic stuff we grew up watching.
Oh, okay. That's cool. What's the best thing you've seen so far?
I've watched Home Alone like 4 times.
The kids here in Hungary always, whenever we do like something, whenever somebody mentions Home Alone, which isn't a lot, but has happened a couple times already this year, somebody's always like, you know who's in Home Alone? Donald Trump.
Oh my gosh. I was like, ooh. Yeah, that's my first thought, Macaulay Culkin. Who else?
Home Alone 2. They're
It's like
I know,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
It's like a 5-second clip.
Yeah, but
Do they
it's,
like him? Is that why they're excited?
They think a lot of the older people here really like Donald Trump, and they always ask me about it. And they like feel me out. They're like, what do you think about Donald Trump? And I'm like, well, he's the president-elect. I don't know. That's all I really want to say about it to you, a stranger.
Trick question.
And then they're like, I think he's great. Like, everybody over 40 is obsessed with him.
They have no problem just saying it.
And they're like, you got it. Because their prime minister is like kind of similar to Donald Trump. And I don't know. But I teach a lot of the affluent city kids who are, I think, a little bit more liberal. So I think their parents have coached them to not like anybody like Donald Trump or their prime minister.
They've been trained. It's the term prime minister is really throwing me. It feels very like, do they live in castles?
You know, I don't know where the prime minister lives, actually. That's a good question.
I feel like I'm watching The Crown.
Yeah. Well, I'll find out. I'll report back to you. I don't know.
Okay. I must know.
But yeah, so it's weird. And I had so many kids like during the election week pull me aside and be like, Miss Tori, who did you vote for? And I'm like, I will never tell you.
I'm surprised they care, because is this the little ones, the 5th graders?
Both the 5th graders and the 8th graders.
And did you care about politics in 5th grade? You might have. I didn't.
I mean, I did a little bit. I like, if there was a presidential election happening, I probably would be interested in who somebody voted for, I guess. But I wouldn't know what it means other than what my parents told me.
I had such little interest in politics. I didn't know the difference between a Democrat and a Republican until I was like well into adulthood. Like, the first time I voted, I still didn't know the difference.
You're probably happier than everyone else. Who did.
You know, ignorance is bliss.
I remember my parents taking me to a presidential rally when I was like 8.
Did you think it was cool?
Yeah, it was really exciting, actually.
You're like, I love the energy here.
Yeah.
It's like being at a concert.
The guy didn't win, but I feel like if he had won, I would have been like, I saw the president.
Do you remember who it was?
It was Bob Dole.
Okay.
I think it was 1994, probably.
We were just babies.
So maybe I was like 6. He was running against Bill Clinton in his re-election. These are Republicans. Sorry to out my parents. They're Republicans.
On blast.
They're like, it's about time. Put it out there.
We've been trying to tell the world.
We've been waiting for you to talk about our political beliefs.
You just opened a door.
So if anybody wants to talk to my parents about Republican politics, they'd be happy to. But yeah, I remember it. It was a time. My brother probably doesn't remember it. He was probably too little.
Oh, he went as a baby?
Yeah. I thought it was cool. It was like civic engagement. But yeah, I want to say, and they don't know. Their parents talk about politics. A bunch of the 8th grade girls all came in the day after the election, and they were like, well, I guess I'm never going to America because I can't get an abortion. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
they were going to move there, or they mean I'm not going to visit America just in case I get knocked up in the week I'm there and have to get an abortion immediately.
I was like, you guys, I really hope you're not making your life decisions on how easy it's going to be for you to get an abortion.
You're like, it's worth it to see New York City.
Yeah.
Just go.
But it was great. I was just like, what content are you guys consuming that you think that like...
Yeah, do 5th graders have like cell phones at this point?
A lot of them do. The 8th graders all have them, and they're all addicted to TikTok. And
Well,
I don't know. It stresses me out.
okay, middle school was fucking terrible. I can't imagine having smartphones with social media at the same time. I mean, we had like instant messenger.
Yeah. I
which was
remember
bad
in 6th
enough.
grade going home and like emailing people, and then we got AIM.
Or like
And-
live journal.
Yeah. That was actually pretty cool.
It was.
I don't think I had one, but if I did, I would have deleted it by now.
Oh
for sure.
God, I had one, and I just know I'd be severely embarrassed whatever's on there. I should try to find it. It's gotta be terrible.
Anything I've ever put on the internet, I'm always like, why?
But we're gonna look back at this
I
in
keep
10
doing
years and be
it.
like, oh,
Yeah.
here we are.
I keep doing it though, so I don't know.
Don't we all? Or it's like Facebook memories. Some of them is like, oh, so sweet, and the rest are like, oh no.
The ones from 2008, I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
how did I even make it through that year?
We're like writing on each other's walls, and it just makes no sense. Remember they're called walls? It's not a wall anymore, is it?
I don't know.
Maybe it was like Tori Crowley wrote on your wall.
Yes.
Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. I'll send a DM to Mark Zuckerberg and tell him.
Thank you. Tell him,
All right, I'm just gonna keep moving through the month. Thanksgiving, how was it? Did you have a good
It was-
Thanksgiving?
it was dope. I drank for days in a row, which I haven't done since my 20s.
You drank alcohol
And I was fine.
multiple days in a row?
Multiple days in a row.
What kind of alcohol did you have?
I had not a single hangover. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I didn't have any like liquor. It was like, I know I had some beer. I had some wine. I had like Aperol spritz. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. Fancy.
Emily was making us drinks, Aperol spritz, and she gave me some. It was a lot of red wine, which I normally wouldn't grab because it used to make me so fucking ill. But I think my break from drinking has made me like I'm more aware of when I've had enough, where I didn't have that awareness before. So I would just keep now I drink and I'm like, I'm going to stay right here. So I'm going to stop drinking until this fades, and then I'll have another one to catch back up to this. Where before it's just like,
Let's go.
full steam ahead.
Yeah. So you took 10 years off, and now you
I'm back, baby.
We're so back. I'm just kidding. I've been here the whole time. Okay, that sounds fun.
How about you? I know you went to a bar.
I went to a restaurant/bar for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And no, I was kind of sad because I didn't think I was going to do anything for Thanksgiving. And then a couple of my coworkers were like, should we do something? And for like a full 2 hours, I thought, I can host Thanksgiving. And I just walked around living my life thinking I have what it takes to host a Thanksgiving dinner. And
Hot
then
pockets for everybody.
And then I snapped out of it. And I was like, I can't do that.
No.
So I just...
Even if you could, why would you want to?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I would have had to take the day off of work to do it. Like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I went online and I found a couple places that serve in Budapest that serve Thanksgiving dinner. And I did make a reservation, so I'll say I planned Thanksgiving.
You sure did.
And it was awesome. They brought out like a huge plate with turkey and stuffing and sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes.
It was like family style?
Yeah, it was like, family style.
Everybody just digs in.
Well, everybody gets their own plate.
Oh, okay.
Full.
So it's,
And
I see.
there were a couple other places that had buffets, but they were like more money. And I was like, I think one plate is sufficient for me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
One
Brussels
plate.
sprouts, cranberry sauce.
The works.
Yeah.
Your traditional American Thanksgiving.
They did bring out, so for dessert you could either do apple crisp or pumpkin pie. And I chose pumpkin pie, obviously.
Mm.
I thought it was a simple choice, but most people at my table chose apple crisp, which was great. But the pumpkin pie, I think they just like don't eat pumpkin like that here. Like you can't get like pumpkin puree.
Mm-hmm.
And so the pumpkin pie was like half an inch thick. It was super weird. It did have a ton of whipped cream though.
Okay, that's fine.
But it was just this. It's the saddest pumpkin pie I've ever had.
Were you regretting not getting the apple crust?
No, I would pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. It has to happen, even if it sucks.
Even if it sucks.
But yeah, it was really nice. I'm glad that I did something. I didn't watch the Lions, which is, I guess
they won. I know they won because Joe had the football sads.
They
His
beat
poor
the
Bears.
I'm
The
sad to see the Bears are not having a good year. But yeah, I got turkey. The Lions won, so it was a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What more could you ask for? Seeing my family. Seeing my friends.
Being with people that I know and love.
The whole meaning of Thanksgiving.
I do like my coworkers. We don't have that deep bond yet.
Next best thing.
Yeah. But it was good to be with. And I made everyone go around the table and say what they're thankful for. And they were like, "Are we really going to do this?" And I was like, "Yes."
Was everybody like family and friends?
No, they had actually real answers. I think everybody.
So they
liked it.
tried.
Yeah.
Good.
Some of them had to be pushed, but you know how it goes. All right. And that brings us to Christmas time. When did you put up your tree? When did you put up your tree?
My tree was up before Halloween.
Before Halloween.
But in my defense, I had to make like TikToks for this Christmas tree. And I wasn't going to take it down and put it back up again.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't have a tree up, but I was rummaging around in this apartment. This apartment is furnished, so I'm just like finding random stuff all the time. I was looking in the cupboard that's in the living room storage cupboard, and I found a tree. So I think I'm gonna put it up this weekend.
Like a Christmas tree? Like a full
Christmas tree?
Wow.
Yeah.
In
I
a
think
cupboard?
it's like
Is it a big ass cupboard?
a wardrobe. Do you know what that is? I never knew
Like a
what those
pantry
were.
size cupboard.
Yeah. Like they don't really do closets here. They have wardrobes.
Yeah, I'm actually into that.
I don't love it, but I'm trying to adjust. I think I'm just having backlash against everything that's not American. Like, you don't do Celsius. I don't know.
Idiots.
I never know what this temperature is.
You have to go outside and feel.
It looks cold. Yeah.
You need a conversion, like a app on your phone.
Yeah. Well, I do have Fahrenheit on my phone and my watch.
Oh.
So I do. I mean, I know what the temperature is, but I can't ever talk to anybody about it.
She's an American. Let her be.
Is it gonna be hot tomorrow? And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be 25 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah. Whatever you say.
Yeah, I need to be more open-minded, but I am not.
It's hard to do.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully Christmas tree coming up this weekend. I don't have any ornaments, but whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You don't need ornaments.
I have been.
As long as there are lights.
I have watched. Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's easy. I put up some mistletoe at work because I saw some at the store and I thought it would be funny.
You did?
And everyone thinks that's like a big dad joke, but it's making me laugh.
Do the kids even know what it is?
No, I put it in our staff lounge or our staff room.
Oh, I was gonna say kids are gonna be making out in your classroom.
So I have watched a couple of Christmas movies. We've discussed Hot Frosty. Have you watched that one yet?
I tried.
Okay.
I tried. But no, I did not watch it.
At what point did you give up on it? Do you remember?
Literally the beginning. It's like where he comes to life. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Is it the
And
haircut?
he's like trying to convince her that he's the statue.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know. He's not Hot Frosty to me.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And it was like the way they made him talk. They should have made him more normal. It was kind of like watching Buddy the Elf trying to be hot. Buddy the Elf is not hot.
Right. Okay. That's an excellent analysis.
Thank you.
You're right. Have you seen The Merry Gentleman with Chad Michael Murray?
No, I have not. Is that a Netflix one?
It's a Netflix original.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's about, but Chad Michael Murray has like no body fat on him. And I think it's like Magic Mike, but Santa Claus.
Okay, I'll watch it. And you don't have to convince me.
I have not watched it, but I did catch one of my 8th grade girls watching it at school yesterday.
On her phone?
On one of the tablets that the school has. And I was like, that is not what that's for. So
What's this one called?
Merry Gentleman.
Merry Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to make my husband watch it.
So that one, I think I checked it. I think it has a Rotten Tomatoes score of
just fucking terrible.
22%. But there also is a photo of Chad Michael Murray dressed up like Santa in suspenders dancing.
No shirt.
So, yeah, no shirt.
It's funny.
I also watched, have you ever heard of Journey to Bethlehem?
Mm-mm.
Came out last year, and it kind of got canceled for being somewhat controversial. And I watched it last night, and I thought it was pretty cute. It was kind of lame, but it was cute.
Okay. Worth the watch?
I would say, especially for kids, because it's kind of a musical.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I thought it was cute.
I like musicals.
And also, it's funny because the guy that plays Joseph is like super hot.
I'll be there.
You're just like watching it and you're like, wow, I never thought about Joseph like this.
Okay, listen. As a child, I used to watch Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I had a thing for him. I'm talking the movie version, which is like just, what's his name? Donny Osmond.
Okay. I haven't seen
and
it.
Then
I don't.
Jackson College used to put it on every year. And that actor I also was in love with. And he also played Peter Pan, so I was this guy's biggest fan. His name was Chip. Shout out to Chip.
I'm going to have to look this up afterwards. So you have a connection with Joseph.
Yeah, me and Joseph go way back. I love a hot Joseph.
Okay.
So I named my kid Joseph.
Okay. Well, you found a man and married him named Joseph.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I wonder, yeah, maybe it was in your head just that Joseph is attracted to Joseph. Okay, and that's the only other one that I've seen is Our Little Secret. Have you watched that one?
I just watched it today. That's why I needed an extra 30.
Okay, so you have fresh takes.
Yes.
Okay.
But mind you, I was multitasking a bit, but I was paying attention.
Okay. One of the things that's interesting about Our Little Secret is that Lindsay Lohan had a 3-movie contract with Netflix, and she has now fulfilled the contract because she did Falling for Christmas, Irish Wish, and now Our Little Secret. So we might not be getting any more Netflix.
She has to do more.
I hope they give her a new contract.
This is the comeback we all needed. The Lindsay Lohan comeback. It brought us all back to life.
I'll second that.
Mm-hmm.
What are your takes on Our Little Secret? What do you think?
I think it was better than like a Hallmark movie. You know, if you go into these expecting just like actual garbage, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it won me over, but at the beginning, I was really thrown because you know how they have that scene at the beginning where they're like 22 and they're having the party and then they break up? Yeah. I did not get that they were 22. I was like, these guys are 40. Why is everyone acting like they're...
Yes.
I'm like, they haven't gotten married and have a kid by now? Maybe they should break up.
Yeah, well, right. And I was like, how are they going to turn this around to make her like him again? Because I'm like, he just acted like an absolute asshole, and now she's going to get back together with him, but it made sense that it was, 10 years later.
Yeah, but they
grew up.
They really, I'm not a super fan of movies using CGI and stuff or whatever, but I was like, these guys are 40. They cannot be playing 20-year-olds.
Yeah, it made sense.
So that really confused me and set it off badly for me, but they
couldn't put the year at the bottom?
Yeah,
because they did that. They did that, and then they're showing all the events leading up to today, social, or what do you call it, pop culture events and everything.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
But they don't tell you that beforehand.
Yeah, and they look too old. That's the thing.
Yeah, they don't look like kids.
That's the sticking point for me, is they don't look like they put her in skinny jeans or something.
Yeah.
She's 20.
Look at this millennial.
Look at his plaid shirts. Or whatever.
They're so young. So youthful.
Youthful, yeah. So that part, it just started things off badly for me. But yeah, they recovered, and it was 10 years is a long time to be separated from someone, so I feel like that's adequate. Whatever their issues were, they can forgive each other. And yeah, it actually felt real. The thing that I didn't like about Hot Frosty was there's no tension, they have no chemistry. And then in this one, actually, the scene where they go back to her house, when it's about to be sold, and they're just sitting there together, I was like, they love each other.
They're so in love.
just be together, just be together. So like I could feel the tension of it, and like it was like I enjoyed it. It was great.
Yeah, it's more realistic, more relatable.
Yeah, some of the gags were like kind of silly, like her like eating 12 cookies and taking the dog to the blaming it on the dog or whatever.
Just say you ate 12 cookies.
I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I couldn't figure out why she like. I mean, I guess it's kind of embarrassing if you eat 12 cookies, but who's gonna call you out? Like, who's gonna call you out for eating too many cookies?
She's trying. The other thing I didn't really get is she's trying so hard to impress his family, but she doesn't even really like the guy she's with. So like, why do you care?
And he doesn't like her either.
Yeah, they don't like each other at all.
Spoiler.
It's a miracle she even made it to the holidays.
Yeah, and I think they were trying to say that she thought if she ate 12 cookies, she would have to admit that she was high, and it's like, no, just be like, you love cookies.
I don't have to be high to eat 12 cookies.
I thought it was a funny idea though, because I feel like that's something that could happen. Is like you and your ex dating siblings. I've never heard of it happening in real life.
Never heard of it. Well, and like social media, you would have to all not have social media pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, social media ruins everything. It takes
ruins everything. We don't get these like stories in real life because of it.
Yeah. But do you think I felt like the guy, I forget his name, the guy and the sister, I feel like their relationship was better. They at least liked each other, even if they weren't like soulmates or whatever. Yeah.
I liked them better too. Lindsay Lohan and her boyfriend, there was absolutely nothing, but him and the sister.
Did you like all the short jokes that they made about him?
I'm not gonna lie, I missed all of those.
They made a couple jokes about him being short and him being like, hey, 5'7" is a respectable height.
Is it?
She's like, sure it is, honey.
I do like that.
Yeah, they did a good job. At first, also, I didn't like the guy that played the lead. What's his name? Logan? And I was like,
Logan.
Who's this guy? Thinks he can date Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
But again, he won me over.
He pulled through.
By the end, I was cheering for him.
I wanted them to be together.
And it was I love how he had that big pickup truck too. I was like, this, maybe I'm just nostalgic for America.
Say no more.
But I'm like, wow, look at that pickup truck. You should date
him,
like Lindsay.
Him. It's like, how tall is he?
He seems solid. He's definitely over 6 feet tall.
Yeah. That guy's strong and not in a gym way, in like a outdoor work way.
Yeah. He just carries heavy things.
He carries heavy things.
Kristen Chenoweth. I love her.
Okay.
She plays his mom, and I feel like she stole the show. Not steal the show.
I know she's well loved, but I just like...
She's not doing it
She's whatever. I don't dislike her, but I don't love her, you know?
Yeah. All right.
She's just there. She's just there.
One pet peeve I have in this movie is I really hate partner swapping. Like, I think it's annoying, and
there was a lot of that.
I think it's annoying, and
nobody does that.
I would never. Like, I would never.
She finds out her husband's having an affair, or like maybe she knew, and she's just like, it's fine. Like, it means he's not around as much, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And then at the end, when then she gets with the other husband, I'm just like, this is like, I don't like it. It's gross.
It doesn't happen.
I would never do that.
Has that ever happened in real life? To anybody?
No. Okay, no. Zero.
And then do they all stay friends like this?
They all still do Christmas together?
Yeah, they're one big happy family.
Yeah. And then now, at the end, I can't remember anyone's names, but Lindsay Lohan's boyfriend,
the old one?
He's the old, or the 5'7" guy, the guy in the family. Now he's dating his neighbor, friend, Sophie, and their parents are all partnered up together.
Yes. Their parents switched, and he's with her.
Yeah.
That's a mess. That's a mess.
I hate it.
Yeah.
They can't have any kids. They can't have any kids because the kids are going to go to school and be like, oh, my grandma and my grandpa's house, but not that grandma and grandpa, the other grandma and grandpa.
The other grandma. The family tree is a branch.
Family tree is just one stump.
One stump.
Well, yeah. So anyway,
That's
I hate
gross.
it. And they did
Well,
use that trope.
That was probably like the cheesiest part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was the most Hallmark moment.
Mm-hmm. But it was a great movie, and I would recommend it. Everyone
Yeah.
see it. Support Lindsay
Must
Lohan.
watch.
Always and
Everyone's-
forever support Lindsay Lohan.
Katie Heron.
Maybe here and forever. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about, I haven't seen it yet. I don't know
Wicked?
if no.
Sorry.
Have you seen it?
No, but I want to really bad.
Okay. I'm going to see it on Friday. Can't wait. I was listening to the soundtrack, the movie soundtrack, and I'm going to say something controversial. I think Ariana Grande is great. I don't think she's as good as Kristen Chenoweth, but she's a great singer. I think she's good in the role of Glinda. And I was listening to the song, some song came on that Elphaba sings, and I was like, this is bad. Like, this isn't what it's supposed to sound like. It was Cynthia Erivo's version, and I was like, no, like, she cannot fill Idina Menzel's shoes. This is bad.
And
so
see,
now I'm apprehensive.
I would rather see Idina Menzel as Elphaba because it's Idina. You can't beat her.
Yeah.
And why didn't they just use her and Kristen? Are they too old?
I think they're too old. They're like in their late 50s, but
that's what everybody wants to see.
I think everybody would just go with it if they just, you know?
Yeah, nobody cares. We want to see them.
Yeah. And it's not like they're supposed to be like teenagers, or they're supposed to be like in school, and it's not like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo in their 30s. It's not like
they're also not teenagers.
It's not like they're middle schoolers, you know?
And see, I don't know the soundtrack. Like, I've heard songs here and there, but I've never like listened to the soundtrack and like know the songs. So I have really nothing to compare it to.
Okay. Well, don't listen to the old one because it's too good and it's gonna ruin it for
Okay.
you.
Dang it. I keep seeing videos about how they actually sing, like it's live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how live that means.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I don't know if it's like mixed with recordings or if they're just straight up singing through the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was also telling some of my coworkers today about my coworkers are like super into it, and I said something about Ariana Grande being a bad person casually because I thought everybody agreed, and they didn't know about the whole drama of her like stealing that one guy's husband. You know, like, are you familiar with this story? Okay.
Or she just had a baby with her husband, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And then Ariana just swooped him off his feet.
Yeah. And then she wrote a song about it. Like,
and it was like, don't care.
Something about like, I'm gonna take your man if I want to or whatever. And
I don't know the lyrics. Like, just fucking terrible.
That was the vibe, is like, you're not gonna tell me who I cannot sleep with.
Not
basically.
a girl's girl.
Definitely not a girl's girl. And yeah, so I told everyone.
Well, she had a song like that before, like years ago. It was like break up with your girlfriend, or was that Avril Lavigne? No.
Hey, you. That one?
So there's that. I think Ariana had one too. Break up with your girlfriend, I'm bored, or something. I don't know.
Also, in Avril's defense, I will say, telling someone to break up with their girlfriend so they can date you is very different than sleeping with a married man who just had a baby. Okay.
That's different. This is
They're
teenagers versus adults. You're home wrecking.
They're not on the same plane. But yeah, anyway, I hope Wicked's good. Can't wait to see it.
I bet it's good.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, they put a lot of money into it, and everybody's great. And even though Ariana Grande is not my favorite person and not someone I would like to be friends with, she can sing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
she'll do
without her drama, she is great for the role.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody didn't already hate her.
I think a lot of I think the Gen Z kids don't hate her.
Yeah, I think she's got more people, coming around after this.
Yeah. Okay, but Wicked wasn't the thing I wanted to bring up. The thing I wanted to bring up was Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story.
There it is.
It's
when is that one?
It's streaming on Peacock. It's dropped. I haven't seen it yet.
It is live?
It's available to watch.
How have I seen absolutely nothing about it on
I
the
don't
internet?
know. Maybe I think I'm not. I think it's a Hallmark movie.
Does nobody have Peacock?
I don't have Peacock.
So how are you going to watch it?
I might have to pay for it. But I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, and right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reviews. 4 of them are good. So
Wow.
that's promising.
And Mrs. Kelsey's in there, right? Mama Kelsey?
Donna Kelsey, she has an appearance, so support Donna
Can't
Kelsey.
be bad.
Yeah. It's on my list. I'm gonna try to watch it before Christmas.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else we should talk about?
I told you to listen to Gracie Abrams a couple weeks ago. Did you try her?
Right.
You didn't like it?
I didn't hate. I didn't love it. I liked it fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think Us with Taylor Swift is probably my favorite.
Not That's So True, because That's So True is top in the charts.
I'll give it a listen again.
Okay.
But
It takes a minute. I saw her open for Taylor in New Orleans 2 nights in a row.
Okay.
And I thought nothing of it. I was like, oh, she's got a good voice. She's cute. These are, good songs. And I didn't start like actively listening to it until weeks later. And then, and it was like just one song, listened to it over and over and over again. And then I went to another one, listen to that, and I'm still doing that. I'm on to another song now. It's like a song a week.
Okay. I'll give it another listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what one of my favorite things about listening to music alone is?
What?
That you can play a song 12 times in a row.
That's me. I put my little AirPods.
No one can complain about it. I will. My guilty confession is I listen to Christmas Tree Farm 12 times a day on the way to work.
You do? I don't think I've ever, okay. We're Swifties here. We're casual Swifties. I don't think I've ever listened to that song all the way through.
I think it's delightful.
It just does nothing for me.
It is a delight. I especially love how it starts off slow and serious, and then it goes boom into swinging music. Also, you don't use Spotify, do you?
No.
Okay.
What's your Spotify Wrapped look like this year?
Spotify Wrapped came out. It looks the same as it does every year.
Taylor Swift, are you in the top, what was it?
I'm not as high as I was last year. I'm in the top 2% this year.
You're not in the first percent?
I was in the top 0.5% of Taylor Swift listeners last year.
0.5.
Which I think maybe is something I should not brag about, but man, it felt good.
It felt good.
My top artists are Taylor, Avril, Need to Breathe, Paramore, and surprisingly at number 5, Dua Lipa.
Wow.
I don't know.
I would have never guessed. You only played it like 2 times?
3 times.
That's awesome.
Okay, you might think this is interesting. My top 5 songs were actually all from the Tortured Poets department. I don't know how that happened.
What were they?
Number 1, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Number 2, The Alchemy. That song does something for me. I don't know why.
Okay.
I can't explain it. Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Down Bad.
Mm-hmm.
And But Daddy, I Love Him.
Wow, no, the Black Dog. I'm pretty sure the Black Dog is number 1 for me. So I'm an old lady. I just listen from library. Like I buy the album on iTunes, and that's where I listen to them all. Mm-hmm. But the Black Dog has just been abused by me this year.
Well, we've been talking also about How Did It End and how that's just such a...
Oh my god. It's like, do you feel like crying? Go listen to this.
There was one time I saw like an Instagram reel and I did start...
Is it the one I sent you about the Eras Tour ending?
I think so, yeah. Man, we forgot to talk about that. The Eras Tour is ending this weekend.
We're still recording.
The Eras Tour is ending this weekend, everybody.
I don't think we should talk about it. It's too sensitive a subject.
Just everyone prepare yourselves emotionally because it's happening.
I am just dying to see what she does, though, also. She's going to be a fucking mess. I'm sure the dancers are going to be up there crying. Everybody on that stage is going to be just breaking down.
Yeah.
The audience is going to be a fucking mess. Everybody at home watching live, we're all going to be just dying inside.
Yeah. Well said.
No notes.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened, Eddie. The Eras Tours.
What could be worse than this?
We have nothing to look forward to. We still don't have Reputation TV.
Right.
We're all geeked up because supposedly there's a 12th album, but nobody knows, and everyone's afraid to get hopeful.
She's got to give us something, or there's gonna be a fucking mass depression.
Yeah, she's gonna give us something, I think.
She will. And she wrote that little note that I didn't read, but I did see it said, "See you next era" or whatever.
Okay.
She's not going anywhere.
Okay, I did see a theory from someone saying that, which I thought I don't know. I thought it was far-fetched and dumb when I first heard it, and then I've been mulling it over, and I think it might have some weight. She said that she thinks that Taylor's gonna do like another round of the Eras tour after she releases Reputation and Taylor and debut TV, so that way she can do the Eras tour Taylor's version, where she owns all the music that she plays.
Okay.
And
will it look the same?
It sounds crazy.
Be the same songs?
Yeah. But she'll own them all. She won't have to pay royalties.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Now
that I'm saying it again, I feel like it's not true. We're over it. It has to end.
It has to end. And I don't think she would be sad if it wasn't. She's already been crying at shows. I don't think she'd be crying at shows if there was more coming.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think you're right. I just want to see it again.
I just selfishly need her to do more.
Could she come back to Europe?
Yeah. What about Detroit?
I'll meet her in Detroit if that's what I have to do.
Next time she goes through the United States, I'll buy tickets to any show but Detroit. Okay. She hates it here. The crowds are lame as hell, I must say. You don't blame people for not liking us. We're losers.
Okay. All right. That's enough.
Also, I have to say about the movie we just watched, the Lindsay Lohan movie, when he's proposing at the beginning, I was like, oh, he's got champagne problems. I was like, I know this song. Alexa, play Champagne Problems.
Yep. You're so right.
I know.
All right. Well, there it is, everybody. Your Christmas roundup. Hope you're ready. Anything else to say?
I don't think so.
All right. We're your bitch pack friends.
Bye.